Here's what we're doing today, Juan. You and I were having a great conversation earlier. Decided let's record this for posterity so other people can learn what we're doing here. And you were talking about how to get your people motivated, how to get your team into activity. Maybe, just maybe, it's an issue of actual knowledge. We tend to assume everybody learns and knows something, and if they don't, we can tell them once and get them going. I see that time and time again with leaders. Yes, Juan.
Are you recording this?
Well, that's what the little button up in the corner right says.
Oh, I don't see a button in the corner.
It should say recording. It's flashing. Of course I am, because, you know.
Oh, it doesn't say it to me. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, people are going to know that we're recording because, well, they're going to see it recorded, aren't they? And by the way, if you are watching this on the recorded version, make sure you give us comments below. Let us know what you think, what other content you want. And because I'm doing this with Juan, if you want a business analysis, well, at the end, I'll tell you how to make that happen. And we can help you just like we help Juan with this piece. So let's get back to it, Juan. You got your people, you're getting frustrated. Tell me what was happening that led to our conversation.
So one of the goals with having this coaching call with you is taking advantage of the opportunity where they can mastermind with other agents, get you to help them coaching, get them to production, making more phone calls. And at the same time, they weren't showing up to the 3 times a week calls that you've got set up for us agents. Yeah, that was the challenge.
Yeah, so you've got like 200 people in your organization. You're letting them know they can show up for free, learn how to actually do the work.
Yes.
And they're not showing up.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, today, you just bounced over from it. You already have 4 or 5 on today, don't you?
I got 4 or 5 on today, yes.
So it's making headway, which is great. So let's get into first what we deal with as human beings and this piece of ego. And I know I asked you this earlier today, and yet I'm still going to role play with you, if you will. Let's say this circle represents all of the knowledge in the universe. Everything that could be known by all people, anything possibility of all this is a pie chart, by the way, of all this potential knowledge in the universe. How much do you know that you know?
It's a hard question to answer, Coach. How much do you know that you know?
Yeah. Again, like with you, you're a soccer coach. You know, by the way, and this is something you know I don't, you know how to get little girls to play soccer. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
You know how to do that. It's something you know that you know. So of all
Yes.
the knowledge in the universe, how much do you really believe on this pie chart you know that you know?
A sliver.
Yeah, a sliver. One, I'll just go one.
At best.
Line. We'll say that much, right?
It's generous.
Now, the
Yes.
second question, the fun part, how much do you know that you don't know? In other words, my boys, as they were kind of through high school, were doing advanced calculus, advanced finance and accounting now in college. I know for a fact that is stuff that I don't know. So of all this knowledge in the universe, how much do you know that you don't know?
All the other part, the part that's not blue.
Yeah, that's what most people would say. And the reality is that's not quite it. What you know you don't know, I would contend, might be about that much.
Oh, I see.
All the rest of this is what you don't know you don't know. It's where your blind spots are. We all have them.
Okay.
And until someone turns on your mind to the possibility and begins to make it conscious, you don't know about it. The great thing is, for every person, every agent watching this, the solution to your business may be sitting right there. It's just
outside of my scope.
Outside of your scope, outside of your knowledge. And that's why you and I spend so much time in our coaching conversations discussing new creative ways to look at things, because it can turn on that part of the world. So here's what your partners, your agent partners, the members of your team, everybody that you're working with and attempting to grow, be it kids or adults, are going through. There's 4 stages of the growth cycle that we want to take people through. And I always have my whiteboard for this, and I've even prepared it today. So we all start in that little dot over here in a phase of unconscious incompetence. We don't know what we know, It's not conscious to it. We have no idea. And from there, as someone else points it out, that's the great thing about having other people in your world that are willing to be totally authentic. They're going to point out areas where maybe you're missing something, and you'll move to conscious incompetence. Now you know about it. And because you know about it, you got a couple of choices. You can ignore it, which is what most of the world does. You can justify it. Oh, well, I just don't know how to do that. Oh, it's just the way I am. Oh, I just don't have that skill set. Or you can get to work. And there is a whole lot of work that happens here before you can get to here. Conscious competence. Here, you know about it. To get to here, you know about it, you think about it, and you take action. What's happening on our call time today? We have people taking action to get better in this transition. Plot one.
Can you say it again? You broke up real quick.
Yeah, I said in conscious incompetence to conscious competence, are you going to screw up a lot?
Oh, 100%. There's no way around it.
No way around it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be a screw up. You're going to look bad. And here's what happens a lot in this space with adults. I can't look bad in front of my peers. I can't make these calls. I can't get rejected. So I'm not going to put in the effort to make this leap. People want to automatically arrive here rather than taking the congruent steps to get there. And I know you see it in the soccer field. You'll get kids that show up and their ego will say, oh, I already got this. I can do it. Yep. It looks so easy to the people that are playing here. And then they either are willing to do the work or sometimes they check out, don't they?
Yeah.
They quit and they stay here and they justify it.
Yep.
And yet a couple of years coaching soccer with you, they can get here, right?
Yeah, of course.
And yet there's still one more square we ultimately want to get to. And that is unconscious competence, where it is rote muscle memory. And we've all seen those folks. It's why we practice and practice and practice, because then we've got it to where it's just habit. It's innate. There's all kinds of fun places we play here. Juan, do you shave?
I do. Not today, not yesterday, but I do.
When you do, by the way, where do you start?
Right around here.
And I bet it's the same every time.
Pretty much, yep.
It's just habit. It's conscious competence. You brush your teeth?
Yeah, every day.
I know Bettina appreciates that. Which tooth do you start with?
I don't know. I've never
really
really thought about it.
I want you to think about it today and watch how much of your life is on autopilot, that if you look back in your history, you had to go through these 4 steps. It is a natural part of what we're doing as human beings dedicated to growth. That's what we do in this space. So any questions on any of this one that I can help you and your team get really good and get to unconscious competence?
Any questions? No, I love the video.
Thank you. Well, I love recording these. I'm getting better because, by the way, video content. Where am I?
I would probably say that, man, I'd give you even more credit. I would move you 3 going on to 4.
I appreciate that. And at the same time, I don't have the editing piece down, the tile piece down. I still got a lot of learning in this space. So I'm going the same darn steps. And by the way, we've all seen them online, those folks in our space that just are fluid and smooth and one take wonders, it looks like. Man, they've got it unconscious competence. And I know we'll get there. So appreciate you playing with me today. And anytime we can do this again, Juan, you just let me know. I would love to go through any other content with you anytime you need it. Okay?
Man, I love it. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thanks.